step.
When it comes to gaming, quick thinking and fast decisions can make or break you. Reaction is measured in fractions of a second. We've now designed the fastest mouse switch in gaming so you can secure victory with the speed of light. Traditional mouse switches actuate a click via physical contact to send electrical signals to your computer. Because of the way mechanical switches are designed, it creates a bouncing effect momentarily after you click your mouse. Imagine extending a flexible ruler out the side of a table and then giving it a slap. This bouncing effect can result in sending multiple signals, which can cause unintended clicks. To ensure that only a single click is detected, a debounce software is used to block out additional signals within a set period. This is known as debounce delay. The downside of debounce delay is that it results in slower response time. The solution is the Razer optical mouse switch. When you click on the mouse, the switch shutter opens and the infrared light beam passes through, sending a signal to your computer in an instant. No physical contact is needed to send electrical signals, so there's no bouncing effect and no need for debounce delay. The result? Instant actuation and a response time of up to 0.2 milliseconds. This is 3 times faster than traditional mechanical switches. The great thing about not using physical contact to transmit electrical signals is that it also reduces wear and tear. We've tested its lifespan, and this goes up to a whopping 70 million clicks. This is one of the highest anyone's ever achieved with a mouse switch. What we've created is the perfect combination of performance and durability. We're setting a new benchmark in gaming mice technology, arming you with actuation at the speed of light. The Razer optical mouse switch.
box, we get some user safety and warranty info, a gigantic Logitech G sticker so that you can advertise for Logitech if you want to, a little card that says thanks for buying the mouse, and it also shows off some other G series products. And the G203 mouse comes wrapped up for protection during shipping, and this is the white version, but it's also available in black, blue, and a light purple color that they call lilac. If you're somebody that's familiar with Logitech's gaming mice, then you're probably looking at this G203 and thinking that it looks a whole lot like the G305. And if you're thinking that, you're absolutely right, because I have one of those right here, and the two look pretty much identical. In fact, the dimensions and the shape are identical. So the only real differences here are that the G305 over here is of course wireless, it doesn't have any RGB lighting, and it uses an upgraded Hero sensor. The G203 weighs about 85 grams according to Logitech, and I did weigh it myself, and my scale seems to agree. Now 85 grams is not ultra lightweight by today's standards, but I do think it's a nice comfortable middle ground weight that's good for a variety of different tasks like everyday computing, office type stuff, and of course gaming. The build quality is good, especially at this price point. There doesn't seem to be any loose or rattling parts if you shake it. It feels pretty solid and well made in your hand, and I get a good confident feeling from it that it's not going to break if I knock it off my desk or throw it up against the wall when I'm raging during gaming or something like that. So that's a good thing, and it's also got a nice strong cable connection at the front that doesn't feel like it's gonna pull out or become loose over time. What it lacks though is any kind of grippy textures. The whole mouse is just a hard plastic, but in general it doesn't feel too slippery in the hand. Over time though, if your hands start to heat up and get a little sweaty, I think you're probably gonna notice that a little bit. And the cable's just a basic rubber. It's 2.1 meters long, which is a decent length, but personally I would have rather traded some of that length for a braided flex cable with better performance. Logitech specs the sensor as an 8000 DPI gaming grade sensor, but they don't provide any further details other than that, so it's probably safe to assume that they're not using their cutting edge Hero sensor technology here, because if they were, they'd want to show that off and advertise it. Now 8000 DPI might sound a little bit low, but that's all just marketing talk. Those crazy high numbers that you hear these days, 8000 DPI should be more than enough for pretty much everyone. I personally use 800, so the G203 is offering about 10 times more than I would ever need. We get 6 programmable buttons on the G203, 2 are on the side, 1's on the top. The scroll wheel's a button, and of course we have the primary click buttons. The scroll wheel's pretty good, it's wide enough to use easily, it's grippy, and it has nice sharp tactile bumps as you scroll. And Logitech's using their mechanical tensioning system for the left and right click buttons, and that provides a really nice feel that's crisp and responsive. The shape's overall more flat and low profile, and that causes my fingers to drag along the mouse pad if I'm trying to use a palm grip. And I have small to medium sized hands, so that means it's probably going to be a noticeable issue for giant handed gamers. But fingertip and claw grips are awesome on this thing, where that compact and low profile size and shape make it a really easy and natural way to hold the mouse. And I happen to be a hybrid claw and fingertip gripper, and I prefer a small compact mouse, so the G203 just feels perfect for me. And I'm also a believer that smaller mice are better and just overall more accurate for first-person shooter games. So in terms of size, this should be a solid choice for games like CSGO, Overwatch, Quake, and stuff like that. The tracking performance is actually really good too. It may not use the latest and greatest 24,000 DPI sensor, but I say who cares? It performs really well, and it didn't cause any issues during my time testing it, which included some ultra fast-paced old school Unreal Tournament 2004 gameplay. G-Hub's where all the customization's done, including the sensitivity, the polling rate up to 1000 Hz, custom button functions and assignments, macros, and the lighting effects, where you can select from a list of the usual presets that you'd expect, and also adjust the speed and the brightness of them. And you can create your own effects if you want to by going into the freestyle and the animation tabs. And the lighting looks really good on the G203. It can get really bright, and the effects are pretty cool. At full price, I'd say the G203 LightSync's a pretty good mouse, but it faces some pretty solid competition from mice like the Razer Viper Mini, which sells for about the same amount. But the big deal here with the G203 LightSync is that it goes on crazy sales from time to time. So if you have the patience to wait for a sale, then the G203 just might end up being the best budget gaming mouse that you can get your hands on, period.
The release of the Logitech G900 Chaos Spectrum means it is finally time for casual and elite players to cut the cord and fully embrace wireless control.
No hacks required.
At 133mm in length and 67mm in width, the G900 weighs in at a mere 107 grams, despite being chock full of pure science. But it punches far above its weight, and delivers the kind of control and responsiveness that even most wired mice can only dream of. The mouse comes with a 6-foot braided cable for charging, along with a neatly compact USB wireless adapter, especially handy if you want to use in conjunction with a gaming laptop on the go. It's also bundled with an accessory case for your extra button caps and covers, along with the wireless dongle extension adapter, to help keep everything together if you're hitting the road for LAN parties or tournaments. As great as these extras are though, it's the core technology employed by the Chaos Spectrum that makes it the best choice for all kinds of players, especially those wanting to take their gaming to the next level. The mouse is driven by the most highly regarded optical sensor on the market, the PM-W3366. This pixel-precise sensor has no smoothing, acceleration or filtering, so you can enjoy a constant, highly accurate relationship between your physical hand movements and their digital representation. Crucial when victory can depend on the finest of margins. Once you've fired up the Logitech gaming software, DPI levels can be set anywhere between 200 and 12,000 and can quickly be changed on the fly with the dedicated buttons, while you can also fine-tune your preferences further by selecting your own polling rate and calibrating your playing surface. The G900's elegant and ergonomic profile makes for effortless control over long periods of time, even for southpaw players. The ambidextrous design and inclusion of extra button caps and covers allows you to add, remove or reposition thumb buttons from one side to the other with ease. The Chaos Spectrum can also really live up to its name when you customize your very own lighting profile by choosing from more than 16.8 million individual colors. The software also allows you to program each button to execute specific game-dependent commands and macros. Best of all though, the G900's lightweight onboard battery also packs an almighty punch, providing you with up to 32 hours of untethered gaming between charges. If you want to find out more, then hop over to gaming.logitech.com/G900.
The G900 Chaos Spectrum is designed to be not only the best wireless gaming mouse on the market, but really the best gaming mouse on the market.
The goal was to push the boundaries at the extreme.
In the G900 Chaos Spectrum, we use the PM-W3366, which is the best sensor on the market.
With esports players, it's all about speed, getting that interaction into the game as fast as possible.
It's got tracking speeds of up to 300 inches per second. It's got zero smoothing. It's got zero pixel rounding. It has just incredible responsiveness.
It's a direct connection between your hand and the cursor.
The first thing that you provide with G900 is really the full freedom to operate either with a cord or cordless.
For us, cordless is like a cable. It's an invisible cable, but it has the quality of a cable if it's designed well.
One of the things you see a lot in tournaments is the bungee. What is the mouse cord bungee for? It's to get the cable out of the way. What's better than having a mouse bungee? Having a wireless mouse.
We're showing the world that we no longer have to worry about wireless as an impediment to gaming.
And the fact that this wireless mouse is faster than other wired mice makes it the perfect mouse for esports and for professional gaming.
The pivot key system really helps with the feel of the left and right clicks. It makes it so that the clicks are much more consistent, both in terms of the amount of force that you have to apply and in terms of the profile of the click.
It's a simple bar that acts as a pivot, so it's the part itself doesn't bend, you don't bend the plastic, you don't waste energy doing something that's not giving you anything in the game.
We took a look at every single component that's in our gaming mice and we investigated ways to improve the weight of each single thing.
Because weight means inertia, and inertia is something that hinders you to have good performances.
We removed a significant amount of weight out of the scroll wheel while being able to maintain the dual mode hyper-fast scrolling feature that our customers love. We actually have a 720 milliamp hour battery in this, which only weighs about 15 grams. You can have a full tournament weekend out of a single charge. Every single component of the mouse has been weighed and reweighed to make sure that we pull all of the weight out of it possible while retaining all the performance that you need to win. There are a number of different things that you can configure on the Chaos Spectrum. You can save multiple profiles to the device. You can set up different lighting schemes. We made the mouse completely ambidextrous, so you can set it up so it has thumb buttons for your left hand or for your right hand.
It gives people that extra bit of comfort, both physically and mentally, that they don't have to worry about it, they don't have to think about it.
You combine the best sensor ever made with the fastest input technology, and with no cables, there's nothing to stop you from getting that shot, from getting that spell off, from winning the game.
Bottom line is, the G900 Chaos Spectrum is a professional-grade wireless gaming mouse that just helps you win.